Why do people cheat in Warzone? The other day, I was playing Verdansk and got killed by this enemy right here. Now, it was pretty obvious that he was cheating, so I ultimately decided to invite him to my lobby to try to figure out why people actually cheat in video games. And you will never believe some of the things he said.
But you don't need my permission. Come on.
Of course, but I'm respectful like that, okay? I'm not just gonna record and like... I saw it immediately. Okay, so the first time you killed me and sniped me, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, good shot with the sniper.
Were you the guy in the window?
Yes, I was the guy in the window who had specialist, and then you killed me.
That's right. Yeah.
You killed me on loadout. Now, loadout was where I figured it out, and then after they were spectating. Here's my question, though.
You know what? I figured that, man. I figured the window looked a little... Because guys like you, I'll tell you right now, man, for your content, too. Guys like you can get me banned much quicker. Because your rating or whatever, your score.
Well, that's where over-reporting, I think, so, like people that report everybody probably don't have much trust. But like, but here's my question: why?
Yeah,
like, what is the reasoning behind? So because for me, I'm like, okay, I spent hours and hours, and I get that not everybody has hours and hours. And by the way, I should add this real quick, like. All of my content is just to help people get better. So the cheating thing for me, it's like more frustrating, especially with like BR casual mode. But again, let me turn. Okay, why?
Okay, so back to me not having the time to put in the hours. I don't have time to put in the hours. So for me to go up against sweats like you, let alone the cheaters that Activision, they haven't fixed this since friggin' day one, Verdansk, man. If they're not going to fix it, and I can't stand a chance against these hackers, right? Not even the wall hackers, the aimbot hackers. Then I like the game. I'm not gonna quit, and I don't have time to put in the hours to become a like sweats like you have a chance to kill people like me, right? I'm a .92 KD, so I don't have a chance against these guys. So I'm gonna enjoy the game the best I can, and if that means doing this, I'm gonna do it, man. I play maybe 2 times a week, maybe a couple hours every time.
So let me ask you this: how often are you doing it?
Oh, I do it all the time now, man.
Is it on the entire game?
Oh yeah.
Or do you? Okay, so in the beginning, I thought this was interesting. Before I was recording, you said you can see the skill level of everybody. So obviously you saw that I was the top player in the lobby, and you immediately said, "Oh,
20-something kills,
100%, I'm killing this guy." Right? And so do you toggle on and off or no?
No, I don't toggle. I used to mess around with it, but now if I'm in a sweaty lobby, that actually wasn't too sweaty.
So here's my question for you. Okay. Yeah. You talk about how sweats like me make it impossible for players like you. Okay. What are you doing by cheating to the other 140 players in the lobby who are whatever skill level? So take me out of the equation, right? I'm one of 150. Yeah. There was another sweat, that Terminator skin. That last guy was clearly a sweaty player. What are you doing to the experience for the other 100 plus people who are just like you? Except now you're ruining their experience, right?
You're right, man. So it's kind of like a protest, like fix the damn game because it's going to go to shit. You know what I mean? So right now, I like the game. I can quit or I can join. You have no idea how many people are doing even just walls until you're doing it because you can see them looking at you through the wall. You move left, right, they're following you. Now, not so much. They don't make it obvious like I do, right? So those guys there, those are the guys you got to be worried about. The ones that are doing it undercover. Me, I'm making it blatant, man. This account's going to last maybe another game or two. So Activision can easily make this harder for people to make new accounts. First of all, like I've been email address for a couple years now. I don't know how they're not figuring it out. Some account, and it's not like it's an insta ban. They'll last forever. So it's like they want it. It's like they don't mind it. They must get money out of it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Put this content out there. Put a clip of this because I want to know the answer to that.
I personally think the answer is there's not as many cheaters as people think. That's my, and maybe it is because I'm a high skill player and I understand. I think that people are very quick. Now, yours was as you said, yours was 100%. Again, not the first time. First time I thought, didn't really understand how he knew where I was, but small circle, I was definitely over peeked on the window. You sniped me. Fine, right? One shot headshots are not anything too crazy. It was the second one where it was obvious, actually, not even with the sniper shot, with the AR shot. That's where I figured it out. But
I don't remember killing you the second time, so sorry, I can't.
No. It was jailbreak, and I flew it back in on loadout, and I was shooting a bunch of people.
Oh yeah,
it was after the jailbreak. I was
going ham then, yeah.
So you just go blatant with it. So how long does the account last for?
Weird, man. Sometimes I'll be able to prestige or get up to prestige level, like 5, and then sometimes it's in the 20s.
So if you were to toggle off, what would happen? Like so you think you would just be, I mean, for lack of better, like you just feel like you wouldn't be good at the game.
Like if I toggled off and just
played normal,
took it easy, played it safe. Oh, completely off? No, I'm telling you, man, there's a lot out there. You can take my word for it or not, but I can see how many are out there. I can see the one that are raging like me. That happens. I don't know. I'll see it once out of 50 games, let's say, the ragers. But yeah, so back to your question, I'd be back to a 0.92 KD or whatever I am, you know. I shouldn't say I never do, because these scripts I get it from a buddy who, I don't know where he gets them exactly. Scripts, I don't know, but then he'll send me copies of them. And then every once in a while, they won't be good anymore, so I'll sometimes play, but it's not as fun. I'll be honest. It's
yeah, like, does it ever get boring for you because you're literally doing nothing?
Maybe if I did it often, but I don't play enough, I guess, to... the amounts that I play, I prefer having them.
Is there any part of you that like knows it's just completely wrong, or do you just not even care?
Oh no, man, it's just a game. Come on, bro.
But so here's my question: if it's just a game, why not just play? If it really is, if you say that it's just a game, hey, we're just playing a game, we're having fun, then why not just play normal? It's just a game.
Because I have more fun doing this. But not only that, what about, okay, I play. What about, now I'm at the disadvantage with all the cheaters out there. Do I want to be with that disadvantage and be a 0.92 KD when I can be a 1.2 KD?
You're not a 1.2 KD.
No, I don't know what my KD would be. But now, there's that, and then there's the sweats. Then there's the Cronis. Then there's the, you know what? If they're going to allow a little bit, I'm going to go full out.
But so there's no part of you that says, like, this is the wrong thing to do.
No, yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not, it's those that take it really serious, like possibly yourself, and take it to heart, you know? And if people are investing their time and making it a career out of it, I don't know if you are. If you are, then
I am. I'll be totally upfront. Yeah, this is my full-time job.
Well, I feel bad for you, man, because this is such a flawed game that. But content like this is going to get you viewers. You're going to get money out of ads, whatever. So it's not like you're really losing money, man. I'm going to pull a Donald Trump
the first to say, like,
I'm making you money.
You are the first cheater that I've run into in weeks. Honestly. Now, maybe there's people walling, but at the end of the day, if you run walls, you can't shoot. The people that cheat and use walls, 95% of the time, can't shoot their gun straight enough to actually kill you.
For you, they're not a problem. It's the aimbotters, right? But for me, man, come on. A casual player like myself, someone's got walls, he's got that extra half second.
I'm just like, I think I struggle with the mental side of it. Like,
no, a lot of people do, man. I don't blame you. A lot of people do.
Like, I think that's my frustration. And I go back to you saying it's just a game. And like, I think that's the hard part for me is like, if it is just a game, then like, why not just play normal? And like, and I get it. Like, do you ever play BR casual?
I've tried it, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I mean,
please don't tell me you rage hack and BR casual.
No. So when I've tried it, it's when I don't have it.
And how is that experience? The crazy part is, okay. I feel like this does come down to SBMM.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe I like SBMM. I prefer it.
Wait, why do you hold on? Are you from Canada, by the way? No, okay. I'm only asking because of your accent. I can hear it. Anyway, sorry, I can hear it. So wait, why do you prefer SBMM?
I like it because it'll put me against people close to my skill, but it's not. There's always going to be sweats in the lobby. And then there you go. So you got SBMM, okay, that works for most people. Then you got the people who have their VPNs, who bypass that or get through, So no matter, there's going to be disadvantages here and there. So which one do you choose? Well, I choose the one where I can have the most advantage. Trust me, man. We're not gonna agree on it. You can grill me on this all you want.
I'm not. Look, I know you're gonna do it regardless. I'm just genuinely curious. Like, I've always wanted to understand why. Like, and there's some people. It's people across the board, right? There's people who are like, I think you fall into the category of everybody else is doing it. Actually, I don't even know if you fall into that category. I don't think that you think everybody else is doing it. I will call you out on and say I think that you think more people are doing it than they are. There probably are people running walls and not running aim. But I don't even think you're in the category of, well, everybody else is doing it, so I'm going to do it too. Right? Like, I don't think you fall in the category of streamers are cheating, so I'm going to do it too.
No, I know some cheaters are. So that, okay, you want to talk about that? There's times, but that swag, not swag, guy, he hasn't streamed in a long time, but that guy 100% was doing it. There's a lot of streamers that I do run into, not big, that'll do it. And I could tell, man. I'm telling you.
But that's important. That's an important differentiation. Not big, right? It's not the Aidens, the Swags, the Joe Woes, those guys. It's like the people who are streaming to like 10 people and think they'll never get caught, and it's very obvious. But I think so you're not in the category of, well, everybody else is doing it, so I'm just going to do it too. You're in the category of, I can't compete, so I'm just going to hack.
I'll be honest. There's a part of me that it'd be nice to be a sweat and be part of the legit, but so I'd much rather play legit and know that 100% there's none out there. I'd rather be that. I'll tell you right now. I know 100% no one's using even the slightest Cronis or nothing, right? Keyboard and mouse, or have your pro controllers. I don't care, but any slight advantage where it's illegal like that, VPN even, then man, I'll play legit. I'm telling you, that's the honest truth. I'd rather know that 100%. But knowing that there's people out there with the advantages I don't have, let alone the hours put in.
I don't know. I'm just
telling you, man. Yeah.
It's just, I think it's just an excuse for you to, and here's my question. There's levels to this, right? Like, you're full on. You, like, again, you said it, like, I'm blatant, and I know I'm blatant, right? And it's like, I don't know. It's just wild to me. It really is.
No, man,
it's the easiest first-person shooter game to get better at. It's the easiest game. I mean, how many hours a week do you play?
It depends. It could be 8 hours a week. It could be 9.
You play 9 hours a week and you're... Wait, don't tell me you play 8 to 10 hours a week and you're saying that you can't improve.
I don't know. I could. Well, I mean...
You could be a 2 KD player playing 8 to 10.
Or anything, right?
You 100%. You could be 8 to 10 hours a week, 2+ KD player easily.
No, that's not normal, man. That's not normal. 4 hours a week. Either way, this is the way I choose to play because it was fixed. I know that there's something going on there. Activision or whoever's in control of this could fix it. They could do They could get a private anti-cheat, right? You've heard it all. You know that you got to admit there's something going on there. Why don't they hammer down on these cheaters with a? Why don't they? Like the other ones, they're Fortnite and.
I mean, they are. They're sending cease and desist letters and shutting down cheat companies.
They are, but that's what they're saying. But another one just pops right back up, or they change their name. Right?
I mean, 100%, but that's a process, right? I think there absolutely is the dynamic where they realize that Ricochet does not work the way it's intended to, and I think there's an issue with the shadow ban system, but that's like a whole nother conversation. But they are doing something.
Pretending like they are. I don't know. I don't think they actually are. There's a reason why they don't go deeper.
When is your account going to get banned?
Probably very shortly, I'd imagine.
So that's proof that they are doing something.
Exposed me. Yeah, and then that's another thing. They say, okay, we've banned 100,000 accounts this week. Meanwhile, those guys have made other accounts since then.
But there's a process that like thing. It's not fun to have to. Is it easy to hop on a new account and just get back on? Actually, I'm curious. Can you hold on? Let's actually dive deep here. Can you walk? And I apologize for taking up some of your playtime. Can you walk me through?
You know what, man? I can't dive into that, man. It's easy. You could look it up somewhere, I'm sure, but I don't want to.
No, not full. Like I don't need anything. But like you get an account, right? Like you get on. You have no guns leveled up, right?
Right.
So it's just base default. You're not even. I mean, you're level 1, so it's like you don't even have a loadout yet. But you can grab somebody's in the lobby, right? So then you have your different settings that you can adjust, right? So you have. I mean, we know this from Call of Shame and all those guys. You have your walls. You have different levels of aim lock, right? Essentially, you can toggle if you want to. And okay, so then you play for a while. As you said, sometimes you get a few games in, sometimes you can get to level 55. So then you get banned. And it just says you disconnect. And then you just do the same thing all over again?
Oftentimes, it's just a shadow ban. Like more than not, it's a shadow ban. And then that account will get banned for 10 odd time. You got to make a new. That's what I was. Very easy. You can look. It's easy. You can use the same phone number. Why don't they make you use a different phone number? This is
right.
Like, why don't they harder or twice? Okay, times the same.
Right, like you can't use your same phone number more than once.
Don't you think the pros out there, the smart, or do you think there's a legit reason? No, I want to make it easy. There's something going on. I don't know if they're getting a cut out of these cheap providers, or I don't know what's going on. I'll tell you the answer, but I know they could be harder, and there's a reason.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of their side of it, I think we all agree that like there's probably more that they can do. I really wanted to understand like your perspective of like why you do it, which is.
Yeah, I do it because I can, I guess. It's not illegal. It might ruin some people's games, yeah, of course.
Well, it's going to ruin 148 people's games minus me and the other sweat.
Oh, that's if I get it to the end. And I die all the time. I die more often than I win.
How's that possible? You know where everybody is and you have aimbot.
I'm not a very good player. I get caught off guard. Aimbot, yeah, if it's a 1v1, I'm going to win.
But like, you know where everybody is. How do you get caught off guard?
Either way. Oh man, people behind me. I'll get third party. When I'm playing this, I'm playing solo duos, right? So it's when I'm playing solos, if that ever comes back. But I prefer solo duos anyway. But solos, it would be much easier to get a win. This, I'd say 30%.
So that's a big reason that you think that you mentally are fine with it, because you don't win every game.
No. That's not an excuse, man.
If you were winning every game and dropping 20 plus kills, eventually you'd be like, I'd at least hope that eventually you'd be like, okay, like this is, I mean, I'm not even doing anything. Do you like, you mentally are aware you're cheating, right? You don't actually think you're good at the game.
I'm not, no.
The reason I'm asking is there are definitely cheaters who think they're actually good at the game. Like, but you're well aware that you're just blatant cheating.
Man, like I said, I'm a 0.92 KD before I left this. The real world.
Oh, look at your name. That's funny too. It's just a game.
It used to be other names, but then it came down to, man, people are taking this way too serious. As I was, but they need to realize that this game.
I struggle with the it's just a game.
Because no, you do, man. Hey, once you wrap your mind around it.
Well, I don't think there is wrapping your mind around it, right? Like it's not. It's cheating. It's hacking. Like there's no.
And I think work your way around it. Then
I still go back to like, if it's just a game, then like who cares if you finish in 130th, or if you have that game where you finish third, or you have that game where you win.
Yeah, no, it's just a game, as in don't get mad because I killed you. But no,
but couldn't the same go back? Couldn't the same be the exact?
No, listen. If I get in third place, Joe, cup of Joe, you like coffee?
I do like coffee. That's where the name comes from.
If I get third, that's fine, knowing that it's a complete legit lobby, and I did everything I could to get to where I was. I really take pride in those wins, right? But I don't have the time to be a sweat. Now, listen, yes, that's part of the reason, but the biggest reason is I know there's cheaters out there. There were no cheaters. Well, I wouldn't be able to do this anyway, because I would prefer to play legit. Okay? You get more satisfaction out of a legit win.
Okay, that we are on the same 100%. Page. I'm glad that you are at least aware of that.
Yes, man. Yeah. No, but until then, man, this is going to be how it is. And there's lots of other ones that are doing it just like me. I don't know. Maybe you kill those guys. I don't know. This is a new toggle now where you can see who the best players are in the lobby. So I go a little more crazy, and I don't let my.
Honestly, you're smart running a sniper, because that's, I mean, I hate to say, automatic guns will give it away. I hate to say anything about this, but.
Oh yeah, because it'll kick right to the guy, right?
Literally. I mean, again, as soon as you shot your AR at me on the loadout, I saw it, and I was like, that seems a little weird. So at least you are aware that, like, but again, you don't win every game. So, like, for you, it just is what it is. You're just killing a lot of people. I mean, how many kills do you get usually? You had 26 there, I think, that game that you won.
Yeah, I've been in the 30s. I don't think I've reached 40. And it's probably usually in the high teens, low 20s. So that might have been
high teens, low 20s. So you're basically the #1 kill person in the lobby almost every single game.
No, man, but at this point, I'm just having fun. I'm just doing it because the novelty's starting to wear off, right? So you gotta fire a little bit. At first, I was taking it easy. But anyway, man, listen, let's get out there. Let's enjoy some games. I don't want you to. People aren't gonna watch. You're gonna have to edit this clip, because you're not gonna.
I'm 100%. I mean, I recorded, so I'll probably just post this as is. And I appreciate it. Again, I've run into him before, but I was like, let me invite him and see.
I don't recognize your name.
Go check me out. My whole goal is just to help people get better at Warzone, so that they don't cheat.
All right.
But so I get a lot of it because I do try to help people get better. So like I constantly get the comments about like about other people cheating, or like about how crazy, how there's just an insane amount of aimbotters, and like I don't believe there are. I think there are people in there. Obviously, you is an example, but I think 95% of cheaters are in ranked right now. I don't think there's many. Why don't you play ranked?
I have, but that's where I feel like I shouldn't be. That's where you gotta. I feel like people have earned their spot there, and they want to. I respect that a little more than these casual lobbies. Wouldn't you say?
I respect you for that because I will never agree with cheating. I think it's like, I think it's absolutely ridiculous to cheat at a video game. Again, I'll play the other side that you have, which is why cheat at a video game if it's just a game? But the rank thing is ridiculous. Like that's a whole nother level to be like, I'm going to take top 250 rewards from people as a cheater. And it's bad. I mean, right. But I also think that, yeah, that's a conversation for another day. I think ranked is.
Well, no, you could say they're sweatier there, and I'd probably have it more of a challenge, but it's not, and that's fine. It's true, man. But I do think that I don't belong there. I don't belong in this game, if you want to talk. But
well, I think that's a big common misconception, though, is a 1 KD is average. Like you are literally at the 50% mark, which means 50% of people are better than you and 50% of people are worse than you. And that's, I think, a common misconception is like how good or bad you are at the game. Now, 100%, there's definitely situations where like that top 50% scales high, right? So the difference between a 1 KD and a 0.5 KD player is not a huge gap, but there's a huge player base there. The difference between a 1 KD player and a 4 KD player like myself, there's not a ton of players, and that skill gap is insane. So that 50% in terms of skill level to population and player base is a pretty big difference. But you are right at the 50% mark, which means most of the lobbies you go in are going to be, you're going to be right in that middle. I think that's a whole nother conversation about SBMM and like how that all looks and how that plays out and new BR casual. That'll be really interesting to see how it all plays out. But what if you, okay, so take away cheats, you start playing better, right? You start picking up some wins, you start dropping some high kill games. Like, would you go back to it, or would you be like, oh, I kind of like this?
No, it's the fact that there's other cheaters. It's not the fact that I can't get better. I could be in the 1 KD or the. I'd never be at your level with the hours put in. Yeah, hours that I'm able to put in, but you know, days like today, I got Friday off. I'm just back. Kids are in school. Let's have some fun, you know. Which, by the way, I'm kind of ashamed in a way because little guy likes to play Fortnite. I would never condone cheating. But that's another thing. You don't see cheaters in Fortnite, right? You don't. I don't. When I play with the little guy, I never run into a cheater. They got their. Yeah, I know you want to stray away from that, but they got their shit handled, right? Whereas these guys here don't want to handle their shit right. Let it happen. They let it get littered with hackers. Now, go back to that. No, I would definitely play legit if I knew it was legit. That's what it comes down to. If I can get a little bit better, knowing there's hackers out there, no, I'm not interested in that anymore. I wanna play my game legit, or if you can't beat them, join them. Right? You've heard that saying. That's how it's gonna be.
But
in the real world,
that's where I think there's not as many cheaters at times. You could actually be running into more cheaters because you are cheating. Right?
Well, like, no, I'm definitely in the sweatier lobbies because of it. But as a 9, or 0.92 KD, I was still. Why were there hackers in my lobbies? I was still seeing them. This is back when I was playing a couple maps ago, and Warzone had been out for long enough for them to figure it out. Like Ricochet was already out, and I was wondering why are people still getting away with this? You got your blatant ones like myself and the ones that are hiding it. I couldn't see so much the ones that were hiding it until I got, see them.
But do you think it's bad right now? Like, well, let me ask you this: are you on social media at all to see like the narrative and like what people say, or are you just going based off your experience?
No, I've been on social media. I've seen what people have to say. There's people like yourself that deny it.
I don't necessarily. I think it's not as big of an issue. Go ahead. Sorry.
You should get walls just to try it out. Don't even take advantage. Die every time. But or toggle on and off. But you to be able to see these people track you through the walls. But then if they do kill you, you'll look at their kill cam and it's not using aimbot. You could.
But you don't get audio and kill. Well, I guess you get a little bit of audio. You get audio and kill cams. But are you actually okay? So as a 0.9 KD player, like where I would challenge you on that, because again, my whole content is coaching content. So I've watched thousands of gameplays from people, you know, from KDs all the way from a 0.5 to like 5+, you know, and you would not believe how many 1 KD players miss the most obvious things that tell you where somebody is. So like, how do you know if somebody, just because somebody looks at you through a wall, again, yours was blatant, but just because somebody looks at you through a wall or centers through a wall doesn't mean they have walls.
No. There's the ones that are not tracking you, and there's the ones that are clearly tracking you. You're right. Sometimes you're looking at the wall, and it doesn't mean you're actually tracking them. You can hear, you're following the sound, right? With your high-tech earbuds. But no, I don't know, man. I just know, you know, we can.
You don't have anything on your end that shows if somebody's actually hacking or not, right? I mean, you could probably tell from KD, right? If somebody has like a 9 KD or 10 KD, like you could probably guess.
Yeah, no, I don't know their KD. I think you know what? I might be able to see the KD. There's a long list of things I could see. Their rank, how many times the prestige. KD might be on there, but I don't look at that.
What is your KD?
Right now? On this account?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to know.
Yes, I do. Come on, give it to me. This might be the title of the video right here.
It says 48.
Oh my gosh.
But I only got 2 wins.
But only 2 wins. And I think that's probably a big reason that you're okay with it. I could be wrong. I feel like because you're not winning games. Like, do you ever mentally question yourself and be like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this?
I'm probably desensitized to it now. Like I think at first, I did. And now I feel bad for the streamers, if anything, but at the same time, I don't think they.
No, don't feel bad for the streamers. Don't feel bad for the streamers.
If I see a good stream, like I run into Rallied all the time because I like to play at night, and he's on a lot, and I respect him, man, and I don't want to ruin his game, so I don't. I try to stay away from him if I can, and if I have to at the end of the game, if I make it to the end. You know, people like that, like yourself, man, you're a very. You seem like a nice guy, a respectable guy. There's some guys I don't care for at all, but.
But here's my question. You talk about respecting Rallied. You talk about respecting me. And I appreciate that. Hopefully, if I ever run into you again, you don't kill me. Okay? Hopefully, you don't snipe me. But regardless, why don't you respect the people who are just like you? Who have a kid or kids, and they play 4 to 5 hours a week, right? They have an hour to play at a time so they can get 2 games in. And you've got a 48 KD mowing them down.
But what about me? When I was the victim, nobody cared, right? Nobody cared when I was the victim.
But you've been doing this for a while.
Play harder.
It's gotten
better.
Couple
years,
it's gotten better since the Caldera days and stuff like that.
Has it though? It's gotten better probably since day 1 Verdansk.
Well, day 1 Verdansk was fine. It was after the first 9 months to a year that it was just the. I mean, look, I think Verdansk, end of Verdansk was really bad. Caldera was pretty bad. I don't think it's nearly as bad. You don't have the blatant rage hacking aimbot nearly as much. I feel like I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like near the end of Verdansk, you're right. Not day 1 Verdansk. Yeah, maybe there's not as many once Ricochet came out. Yeah, they did something with Ricochet, and they've improved it maybe a little bit. They've gone up and down. I think they've laxed up too much right now. There was a time where a new account, after 10 kills, you'd get disconnected and shadow banned right away. Do you know that? You probably don't remember that.
Oh, that makes sense because but then the problem was, I feel like with that was the streamers who do get shadow banned and then they make a new account and it's It's brutal. I think where I struggle at times, outside of the like, obviously I don't agree with cheating at all, but like, you know, if you respect me, if you respect Rally, like, why wouldn't you respect the guy who's literally the same exact person as you? Like, that's the person
like
you're making a miserable experience for.
It's a certain level of respect, right? I'll try to stay away, and you know, that other guy too, SoCal. I was playing against him the other day, and I let him kill me, man. I just straight up, I didn't want to. Yeah, I looked up his stream. He had a lot of people on there, you know. He was talking about how he had some streaks, you know. I got out. I literally, oh no, yeah, he killed me. Went to the gulag, and I just got out. I told my partner I can't do this because I'm going to be. So there's a level of respect, though. Like, there's also the times where I just don't care. But at the end of the day, listen, it's just a game. That's why that's my name. I kind of live by that in this game because I want to remind myself too, right? Maybe it gives me a little ammunition, a little fuel to keep going. But we can't be taking this serious. If they're not going to take it serious, the people, you know, the developers and all that, the devs, the whatever, then I like the game, man. I don't want to quit. I like it. It's kind of a protest at the same time. I'm going to be that guy. Hopefully this gets to somebody and they can.
But you know it's not. You've been doing it for 4 years.
What do you mean it's not? It is a game.
No, now, what I'm saying is you mentally saying, hopefully this gets to them. Like, you've been doing it for 4 years. It's not you cheating on a Friday is not going to change anything.
I don't even think it's been 2 years. It's been well after Ricochet came out.
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
Doesn't matter
so 2
how
years.
long I've been doing it. But yeah, 2 years. On and off too, right? Like there's some guys that do it live by it. Some people will stream and make money off of it. Those are the guys you should be upset about. Like I would never do that.
I totally agree with that too. I mean, I think I just think cheating across the board is just wrong. Right? Like
But so is like robbing a bank, right? But robbing a bank is something a little serious. I was stealing from an old lady. That's wrong, right? Even though you can probably get away with it. This is.
No, I think robbing banks should be legal. We should get away. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but you know what I mean. It's there's a level of wrongness in this.
100%.
Yeah, it's a little bit wrong. It's
you're not committing like major crimes. I totally agree with that.
It's not a crime at all, though. It's literally. I do get a kick out of people raging, like rage quitting. I get a kick out of that. So I get, you know, probably a little excitement out of that too, because I never took it that serious. I got upset,
but you took it serious enough that you started cheating. Let's not dance around that.
I didn't want to quit, man. Yeah, no, yeah. I either, oh man, I could stay legit, knowing that I'm gonna get hammered by these hackers every once in a while. I could do that, but I chose to not. I chose to take advantage. You know, I had a buddy from work. That's how it all started. He was telling me he got these. I think Engine Owning was offering free hacks. I don't know if it was just walls or what, but they messed up my computer, man. So I got out, finished that, and then he got these other scripts. I don't know where he's getting them from. Like I said, I think it's. I don't know if it's called AC Diamond. I think at one point. I don't know what they're called now, but I think that they were the. And then he just sends them to me.
And you still have fun just having walls and knowing that you don't have to do anything. You just pull the trigger, right?
Oh, you can set it actually for it to pull the trigger for you automatically. Yeah, pull the trigger. You can make it soft aim, right? So it doesn't pull straight up, but.
And it's still, and you're still just having fun doing it. It doesn't get boring for you.
Oh yeah.
But you would never let your kid do it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't let him do it, man, because I feel like.
Do you see the moral dilemma there?
No. Listen. You don't let your kids. Do you have kids?
I do have a kid.
Okay, so I don't know how old he or she is, but at one point, you know, there's probably a time where you would let them watch or not let them watch, I don't know, Dumb and Dumber, let's say, right? Because of some of the vulgarness, maybe. And then there's an age where, okay, Dumb and Dumber is not too bad for you. Or Independence Day. Or, you know, I'm talking old school here. I'm a little old, but
I got you.
Older. There's some movies out there that you probably think, oh, they're not ready for it, right?
Of course.
Yeah, and then there's an age where, okay, you know, you can handle a little bit of shit and fuck and ass, you know.
Yep.
A little bit of swears here and there. And then there's, you know what? There's an age, 18, whatever. Watch what you want.
Rated R movies.
Well,
yeah.
So right now he's not quite at that age. He's I don't wanna mess him up too much right now. He knows.
But isn't there a moral dynamic to like the way you're approaching that? That's like, this is very wrong.
It's not very wrong though. You're taking this way too serious. It's a game that needs to be fixed. If you want a game with no hacks, go play Apex or you know, Fortnite or something. I don't think I've ever run into one in Fortnite. When I play with the little guy, man, you see the sweats, you know, but I don't.
So what if he in a year said, "Hey, I got cheats on Fortnite"? What would you do? Okay.
It would take a few years. If he did it a little older than that, I'd do it with him. I think it'd be fun. But right now, I think I don't want to corrupt them too much, you know.
That's crazy to me that you would encourage or allow your child to cheat.
Oh yeah, later I'd do it with him. Right now he's a little young. I want to.
It's crazy to me. Wild.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But it's not like, hey, there's crazier things, man. There's we could be committing criminal acts together. That'd be crazy. This is.
I mean, I agree. I agree that it's just a game, but I look at it from the 100%, 180-degree opposite perspective of you.
You could look at it both ways, though, right? You could look at it both ways. Yes, it's just a game. Haha, I died to a hacker. Or yes, it's just a game. We'll have some fun with the hackers.
Right, but I think where I struggle, anyway. And I'll let you go after this, is where I really struggle is you say it's just a game. Hey, I'm cheating, whatever. And then, but you're ruining the experience and you're just like rage hacking against people that are literally you. Like they got home or they like hopped on after a long day of work. They just want to game with their buddies. They put their kids to sleep and they run into It's Just a Game who rage hacks on them. Maybe not rage hacks, blatant hacks.
I know, rage hack.
Like it's just wild to me. It's just crazy. Just crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same, man. I you know, long day of work. I get home, and that's actually how it takes out on you guys sometimes. I'm sorry, man. It's not what you want to hear, but
I mean, again, I don't run into. You're the first cheater I've run into in months.
No, hey, you know what? I've been interviewed many times too. If you look it up.
You're a regular. You understand the content. I also do love how as soon as I invited you, you were like, "Are you recording? Are you content creator? You got to be if you invited me."
I know. I do want to get it out there. I wish they'd fix it, but part of me will definitely miss this if they don't. But no,
yeah, but if they fix it, now you actually have to get good at the game.
I know. That's going to be the crappy part. I might have to move on to a different.
You might have to subscribe to me on my YouTube channel.
No, I was just looking at you there. Oh, you got YouTube too? I was looking at you on Twitch.
Come on, hop on over to YouTube. I promise you, do videos every other day, helping people improve. Guarantee you, I could turn you into a. Here's what I always say, and I don't know if you'll ever do this. I don't think you'll care to do it, but I always tell people, give me 30 days. Watch my videos, subscribe. Within how many hours you could play, I promise you'll become a better player. Will you do it? Probably not. But I'd be very curious.
I think I've plateaued right now. I've plateaued to my skill. And I'm so used to right now. I'm so used to not slide canceling and doing all the extra stuff that makes my thumbs.
It would take you 30 minutes to get back in a groove with it. It's not like you forgot how to do it. You know how to do it. You just don't do it.
I just don't, man. You're right. It's just too, like, yes, I'm very comfortable where I am right now. When the hacks aren't accessible because of an update, it's a tough day, tough couple days, tough whatever.
But it's because you've regressed because you don't have to worry about anything. It's the same thing with.
Oh man, I know.
I always tell people this with BR Casual. Like BR Casual is fun, but it's going to make you a worse player because you're just going to create bad habits, which is exactly what you do.
I know. Well, listen, if there's not that many out there, then you shouldn't be too upset because you don't run into them. I would now be a little more aware, though, of the ones that are trying to hide it, because I wish I recorded some clips of the guy. His name was not Swag.
It's not
I
Swag.
I swear you know this streamer, man. And I had a clip of him a long time ago, and I never put it on YouTube or nothing.
I believe that there's streamers cheating because, again, it's like, you know, when people want to be a full-time content creator, whatever it may be, like there's definitely people that are going to take the easy route, right? Just like you've obviously said, you're just taking the easy route. It's just, you don't have to think about anything. But it's not the people that are on the front and center thumbnail, you know, their face is right there on Call of Shame or anybody like that. It's not the Aidens, it's not the Swags, it's not the Joe-Woes, it's not the Biffles. Like, those guys have just played for years and years and years and, you know, are just ridiculous at the game. It's like small no-names that are trying to make it, that are trying to hack their way to the top. But anyway, it is what it is. You know, I was just curious. I wanted to get insight into like kind of your thought process and why you do it and really try to understand the why behind it all. So I appreciate the time.
Yeah, no, I wish I had more for you, man. And I know it's not what you want to hear. It's
well, I know that I'm not going to convince you not to do it. That's just not going to happen. That's just, you're so far down the rabbit hole at this point that that's just not going to happen.
Me,
but I was, well, hopefully one day you come back to the good side, you join the good side, and
I got his name now, man. I had to look it up. Sorry, his name was Wagnificent. Wag, hey, you know Wag? You heard that name?
I do know Wag.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe you play with him. Maybe you're buddies with him. I don't know.
I am not buddies with him. I never played with him. I know who he is.
Okay.
I know he was permabanned at one point.
So this guy, yeah, he was, wasn't he? I remember looking that up. I didn't know at the time, but I knew he was a streamer. I'd run into him. His name was something in the game, something different, not Wagnificent.
There's a lot of videos out there. I don't want to comment on anything because I don't know well enough. And I don't obviously want to like put myself where I'm like smack talking people, but I do know he was permabanned. And permabanned.
Yeah.
Outside of like, I just want to clarify because again for the video, like Bobby Poff was permabanned. It was unpermabanned because that was the whole false permaban thing that happened. You know, there were a few people.
And I thought Bobby Poff, I thought he was doing it. I still don't know 100%, but I've kind of tested him. You know, you could test people, right? You put on the ghost and you just, and they, I don't think he sees.
You know, there's a perk that counters ghost, right? You're aware of that.
Oh, is there? What is it?
Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna call you out for a second. This is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. So you've probably had Ghost on before at some point, and you died to somebody who was tracking you through a wall, and you did not know that there's a perk that counters Ghost.
Oh, but tell me about it, man. Now listen, tracking me through the wall, you can't track through a wall with the UAV. You could see about my location, but tracking through a wall is a big difference. But yeah.
But if I look at the mini map and I see that you're moving right to left, and I know that you're gonna peek a doorway, and I'm literally tracking you through that, that's using a UAV to my advantage.
No, there's a UAV though is not live. It pings every second, right? So you don't, when they're moving every millisecond and they're following you through a wall, that's different than UAV tracking.
Right, but what I'm saying here, well, there's two dynamics here. So number one is if you have a UAV up and I see that you are consistently moving the same direction on a ping, yeah, I agree. It pings every 3 seconds, but every 3 seconds, it's going to show you exactly where you're moving to. It's not you don't get it. It's just basic information that if you're pushing, you know, towards a stairwell and I see you moving that direction and I pre-aim that.
That's different though. No, I'm talking about seeing me go left, you go left. Seeing me go right, you go right instantly.
It could be. Now, of course, there's the advanced UAV dynamic, but like that is something
yes, but you hear that. Yeah, and you get that once a game if that. But
yeah, so bird's eye counters
so
ghost.
What is that perk? Oh, bird's eye. I didn't know that, man. Yeah,
so like that, I think, and I'm glad we got to this point because that's a great example of where, and I'm not trying to be mean here, a 0.9 KD to 0.92 KD player goes, oh, this guy has to be cheating. I have ghost. How did he know I was in this corner? And you're unaware that there's a perk. It's funny. The video that I was just recording, that you killed me in, was all about tempered and like trying to see if is it worth it on Verdansk. And ultimately, one of the things I talked about was like bird's eye and solos and duos and across the board is so valuable because you see ghosted players. But that's a great example where you've probably thought people have wall hacks because you have ghost on and they killed you and they knew exactly where you were. And you're unaware that there's a perk that counters that.
So when I played legit, I'm only talking about the people I was aware of that were rage hacking. And that happened more often then than now. I'll admit they've cracked down a little bit more on those guys. Now, what I'm talking about right now are the people literally tracking me through walls. Because I don't forget, I could see them through the walls tracking me. We're tracking each other. Sometimes we'll even give each other a little bow before we fight, a little duck up and down, and then we'll go at it. Now, those are the guys. You talk all the time. You'll talk privately. I prox chat to them. Hey, where'd you get yours from? Where'd you get, you know what I mean? It's happening all the time. And then you got the ones that are trying to hide it. Those guys aren't going to bow, but they're tracking you. And and they're literally moving left when you're moving left, not every 3 seconds. And it's not an advanced UAV. Those are the guys I'm talking about. But I did not know about that perk. There's probably many other things I don't know. I don't even know how to get. I want to know how you get these specialists. Where are you getting specialists?
No, I'm not telling you how to get specialists. It's not going to happen.
I could Google it. It's probably something
to be fair, the one that I had that you found in that house, I picked up off somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So I happened to kill somebody who had it. I mean, you could go to my. It's out there.
Yeah. No,
don't do that.
I'm just saying I don't play the game enough to know all these things. Like I'm still a 0.92 KD player. You know what I mean? Like intelligent wise, I don't play the game enough to. But there's lots of things I'm not going to know.
And that I think is an important. I'm glad we finished here because and we can wrap because I think that's a great example of where I say like, guys, not everybody like people. Because of the narrative, because of people's lack of trust in Ricochet, because of the way, these YouTube hacker hunters have that's a whole nother conversation. But people are so quick to say he's hacking. I'm always, by the way, I'll go back to where we started. I didn't think you were cheating the first time. Even your level, like I always give people the benefit of the doubt saying, oh, maybe this is a guy who just got shadow banned and he had to make a new account. Like, I don't ever question. It's always at least 2 to 3 kill cams before I'll say somebody is definitively cheating. And even after you kill me the second time on the loadout, again, the moment you shot your AR is when I realized it and you were level 19. And then from there it was pretty obvious. But even then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this guy's a little weird. But I'm not one to be like, oh, he's 100% hacking. He has to be hacked. Like, I think people are too quick at times, especially, again, when we talk about great example, like unaware that bird's eye counters ghost. I think there's a lot of people out there who immediately go, how did he know I was in this corner? I have ghost, thinking you're just absolutely invincible. Or like, you do know that if you shoot an unsuppressed weapon, you pop up on radar, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we're at least,
I know that much, yeah.
We're at least good on that one, but.
Yeah, I know the basics, but yeah, there's a few things that I definitely don't know. But I'm just based on my advantage, I can see other people's advantages. And man, the Cronis, that was another thing even way before. I don't know if it's Cronis or just no recoil. You can throw that on your cheat as a no recoil option. But either way, how many people? There's no way they're adjusting or they're controlling their recoil on. I know a lot of them don't have the greatest recoils, but man, there's Cronis alone. There's tons of them out there, and I don't even know if that's detected. I don't think that is detected.
I'm going to go with the Joe quote here and say, if you need a Cronis to control recoil in Call of Duty, this just isn't the game for you. It's just not.
Well,
it's just, I could literally,
that's one of the,
I could fix most people's aim in like 5 minutes. And now consistency is a big dynamic, but like if we went into the firing range right now and I saw your shots, like without it, obviously rage hacks turned off. I think if rage hacks were turned on, I think you'd be okay. But if we turn them off,
I don't know how you can control it other than just pushing down on your joystick or.
That's it. That's it. And move left and right. People don't realize how strong aim assist is. And then from there, I can tell you this from experience. Again, coaching thousands of players, 99% of people, that's an overestimation. 70 to 80% of people have really good recoil control when it comes to vertical, right? So if you think horizontal is controlled by aim assist or like heavily helped by aim assist, and then you factor in the vertical, most people have good vertical recoil control. They just shoot the guy in the stomach instead of the chest and head, instead of those high damage areas, right? Like that's a lot of times what it comes down to. It's really not that hard to control the gun. You just slightly pull down on the right stick and strafe left and right. That's it.
Man. I feel like there's a lot of, but that's one thing I can't confirm 100%. But the wall tracking, there's lots out there, man. But the Cronises, I think there's enough of them out there that
there probably are
unplayable for me.
but there's, I mean, I guess you could make the argument about like a 1 KD player using a Cronis to shoot better than he actually is, but where it's a double edge, right? Sort of. So like if you were to run wall hacks and still shoot your gun, like you would still get slammed by a good player, right? Like if you only ran aim and you had no idea where people were, you would still get slammed at times because of your gameplay strategy.
Yeah.
It's the combination of both where you know where everybody is. I'll be honest, I still don't understand how you die to people when you could literally just do a quick 360 and see where people are.
The one I got is a bit of a delay. Excuses or not, there's a bit of a delay when it snaps. Maybe when you see it, it doesn't snap, or it snaps right away. But when people are up close, it's usually the close gun battles. It doesn't snap straight to their head for some reason. I wish I could fix that, but that's usually when I die. Or, I'll be shooting a guy and his partner will be shooting me at the same time, and it'll make me flinch.
Right, like if you get team shot or something.
Yeah, it's just that. My awareness is not the greatest, I'll admit, man. The UAV I have it's just a dot, right? And it's only within 100 meters. I can't make it go more than 100 meters. So,
wait, so do you see through, like, do you see outlines of people through walls?
Yes, and then when they become visible, it turns red. You can change the colors, but it'll turn red.
Right. So if you can actually shoot them, it turns.
You've seen videos.
Yeah. It's all over YouTube and stuff. Yeah. And then you have you have a permanent UAV in your top left mini map.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's something that's you got to drag and you got to line it up with your mini map, so it's a little more accurate.
Got it.
And it's not expandable, like. It's not super accurate, but you can get a good idea who's around you within 100 meters. I think there's better cheats out there that'll give you a full-out advanced UAV the whole game. I don't have that. This is a cheap version. So I have an external. There's internals and externals. I'm for that too. I don't know. Externals don't.
Go ahead.
Oh, so the internals will mess with the game's stuff. And the externals don't touch the game. I think they're very close to impossible to being detected ever by any kernel drive detector like Ricochet. The internals can be detected. Now they're not as accurate though, and they lag your game a little bit. I think they take a little bit of FPS away, like that. So it's they're not as snappy. They don't have as many options. The cheaper version.
Got it.
That's what these are, yeah. And they're actually, you can find them, I think you can find them pretty cheap. I've never paid, other than when I was trying engine owning there, and it was messing my computer up. that was the only time I tried it out. I tried the free one, and then I tried the one that you had to pay for. I was done with that. So after I got access to these ones, these externals, you can find them for very cheap, maybe even free.
How much do you can you? Are you okay telling me how much you pay a month?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't That's what I'm saying. This one's free, but it's very cheap. I don't know if the scripts come
That's
from
crazy.
another provider or a private. I don't know where he gets them from. I don't ask too many questions. He emails them to me. They upload.
That's insane. But he's probably paying for them, and then he just distributes them.
I don't think he is. I don't know, man. I don't know enough about this, to be honest. I just upload them.
Got it. Well,
I can send you the copy. You want me to send you the copy?
Don't send me the copy. I am good. I had 17 kills that game.
I thought you were in the 20s, man. Really?
I would have been had I not gotten killed by It's Just a Game. But
no, you know what? I do feel bad sometimes. Like great guys like you, you're easy guy to talk to.
What I would, as we finish this up here, I know I've said that a few times, but I'm okay. Like for me, you're right. It is just a game. Like I'm not too upset that I lost. It is what it is. Like I'm not too concerned. I play a ton of games. I record a ton of videos. I think the people you should feel upset for is the people that are exactly like you. That is the people that you should feel guilty about. Maybe you just feel guilty about everybody. I don't know. But like for me, you have people that are just like you. And they are a 0.9 KD player and they just want to have some fun. They're not running walls. They're not running anything. And they just die to somebody who's just blatant aimbotting with walls. That's, I think, the people that you should feel guilty for. I'm fine. You're right. For me, it is just a game. I'll go queue, and again, I'll be totally okay. But for people who only have an hour, maybe, hour a day, 5 hours a week, that's the people that it affects the most. People just like you.
Man. It does. But then they're reminded, right? As soon as they die, that it's just a game.
Oh man, well I appreciate it. I appreciate the insight, and yeah, have a good rest of your day.
Cup of Joe was an honor, man. I'm gonna go start a coffee of my own, but yes, you as well, and I hope we don't run into each other again.
If we do, you know what to do.
I'll say hi, but you don't have your proxy chat on, so you won't.
I don't have proxy chat on for a lot of different reasons. But look, I know the sign. Just give me the bow. I'll shoot you. I might execute. I don't know. If you give me the crouch up and down, I don't know what's going to happen there. Well, we could just give the universal bow.
You can see me through the wall? Is that what you're saying?
That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you happen to see me, don't shoot.
Oh, expose myself.
Give the bow. I'll know it's... Look, I'm on. I understand now. It's the bow. The bow is the universal sign. So give me the bow, and we can... I don't know. You can give me the kill or something.
Sounds good, man.
Have a good rest of your day. I appreciate it.
You too, buddy. Keep doing what you do.
Yep.
See you, man.
Bye. It's so wild. It is so wild to me, guys. Well, I mean, that's insight into the mind of a cheater. I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. A little bit interesting. Guys, please don't hack. Like, my whole goal is just to help you. That's it. It's just to help you become a better player at the end of the day. That's why I do what I do. Help you guys improve. Get to a 1 KD, get to a 2 KD, whatever you guys want to drop high kill games, pick up more wins, whatever it is. So, is what it is, guys. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.